there's sugar, grab your coat and hat. We're heading to the movies now, imagine that. Popcorn's popping, got my soda too. The lights are dimming down just for me and you. Oh, the movie's about to begin. So grab your snacks and bring your friends. Sit back, relax, let the reel spin. We're gonna laugh and dream till the credits roll in.
The candy's sweet, the scream so wide.
Scoot a little closer, baby, right by my side.
The trailers roll on the magic near.
We'll hold hands and giggle when the monsters appear. Oh, the movie's about to begin. So grab your snacks and bring your friends. Sit back, relax, let the reel spin. We're gonna laugh and dream.
Turn off your troubles, forget your caters. We got silver screen kisses and dramatic flares. When the hero's in danger,
We'll shout,
hooray!
And when the lights come up, we'll be floating away. Yeah, the movie's about to begin. So hush your voice and tuck your chin. Feel that magic deep within. We'll be starry-eyed lovers when the credits roll in. So hush now, darling, the lights roll dim. The show's about to start. Let the fun begin.
Welcome, guys. Cherokee. Re-upping on the Flix Talk membership. I don't know. Were you a Flix Talk member before? I'm not really sure if you were or not. But it says, welcome to the Flix Talk family. Shouts out. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Actually, let me get these colors right. What are we doing? We doing red? We doing... Certain colors flicker with my... Let's do red and... What I have my shirt. I like to always go off what I have in my shirt. That's cool. Sorry, guys, I'm still waking up. So forgive me. There we go. That's good. Welcome, everybody, to another live stream. Shout out to everybody that was in the building yesterday. We went live for members and Patreon, and it was a very, very fun time. They actually requested some October picks for me. So Amanda, I don't know if she's in the building yet. There she is. She actually won one of the picks. So that's great. It is going to be The Witch from 2015, I believe. 2015's The Witch with Anya Taylor-Joy. So I can't wait to watch that sometime in October. And then I still have to watch Foul Play. I know before the month is up, which is in a couple of days, I believe. Yeah, I only have a couple more days. So I will be watching that later today, actually. to get that up for Patreon. And we're here, guys, for the next few hours taking your requests. Oh, excuse me. I'm waking up. I got some coffee in my cup. Let me know how you guys are doing wherever you guys are coming in from. If you guys are new, please let me know what brought you here. I did upload a brand new movie reaction, Episode 5, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, to members last night. It'll be going up either tomorrow or later tonight on YouTube. It just depends on kind of where we're at with the content. Also, thank you guys so much. We do have a video up on YouTube right now that I did just kind of on a whim talking about AI. Now, I really do appreciate that you guys are embracing. By the way, let me know how the audio is coming out before I get all into my spiel. I think we're good with the audio. Thank you guys so much for embracing the news clips, all right? Thank you so much. Sebastian, thank you so much for that donation. Appreciate you, my friend. Let's see. Oh. There we go. All right, so thank you so much for embracing the news videos right here. This one, where I'm talking about AI, we're at over 2,000 views in 17 hours. That, for my channel of me just talking news, is an incredible feat. I don't think you guys know that, because most of my reactions, just my movie reactions, do numbers like that. So the fact that you guys want to hear me talk about certain stories is great. I don't know if it's the thumbnail. I don't know if it's what I said in the title. Either way, it's talking about AI, and I think that's a topic that a lot of people are really interested in. We're actually going to be talking in a few about some holograms of someone that passed away, and a lot of people are, I think, I don't want to say a lot of people are liking it, a lot of people aren't. I think most people are hating it. So we'll get over it. We'll get into it in a minute, in case you guys have no clue what I'm talking about. But it is an icon, and they have turned him into a hologram. And yeah, I don't know if this is the route I would have gone. Yeah, I don't know if this is what I want my legacy to be. So let me get some more coffee in me, and then we'll talk about it, okay? But before we get into that, we're also going over movie numbers as well. Every Sunday, I want to start doing movie numbers. So basically the theatrical runs, because this is the thing I've noticed, that you get people that are very passionate about movies and stuff like that, but they don't seem to care about the movie numbers. And I'm trying to explain to people on Twitter back and forth that these numbers go hand in hand. You want your movies to win. You should at least want your movies to win, because that allows the studios to know, hey, people are interested in this. We're going to have spin-offs or sequels or TV series because of it. That's why it's so important for the movies that you love. You need to go out into movie theaters and go watch them, or else they fizzle out and they become nothing, and they're not successful. And it doesn't matter how good the movie is. That's the whole point. It doesn't matter how good the movie is. It could be Shawshank Redemption Part 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does not matter, guys, how good these movies can be. If no one's going to go watch them, they're not going to make them. And I understand the fandom. Trust me. So, thank you, Eric. People try to argue with me, all the time, oh, it's not about that. It's about you going and watching it. Yeah, I understand my personal connection to why I like these movies, but as a collective, you have to realize one thing too. Not even one thing, maybe a list of like 5 things. Budgets are going up on every single movie, even independent movies. Remember when you could make an independent movie for $1 million? Now $20 million is the independent project. Don't get me started on this right now. I got to save this for the box office numbers. But you got, actors that are getting paid $20, $30 million, and they're expecting to make, this big return opening. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Also, you get everybody recycling shit. So you get a bunch of reboots and all this IP taking from other movies. That's why us old heads, and yes, I'm in the old head bracket now. Okay, I didn't even talk about this. I did a sexual harassment training, or we did a sexual, I don't want to say make it sound like I'm the only one. We did a sexual harassment training 2 weeks ago at work. And I am now in the age bracket that I'm in where I can actually sue for age discrimination. So if they were to let me go and I felt it was based off of age, I have now hit the age bracket technically to where I can sue for age discrimination. I felt so old, guys. You have no idea. I thought you had to be 50 or 60 to be even deemed qualified to have a case for that. Oh, Sebastian, we're going to get into it, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Either way, thank you once again, guys, for watching my videos, whether they're reactions or not. Also, like I said, it went up for members. This was a bitch to get up online. An hour-long reaction, guys. The Empire Strikes Back. Please, please, when this goes live, watch it, share it with all your friends, hit that big thumbs up, leave comments of your favorite. I have a feeling that my channel might be blacklisted, might be shadow banned or something like that, because it's not getting as many views as other people are. And I think my quality is good. I pat myself on the back recently. Like before I used to say, oh, maybe my videos suck, or no. I watch a lot of other reactionary channels. My quality is good. I know this, from the audio to the video to the transitions to the best parts, the context. I'm finally realizing to get a backbone and a spine and pat myself on the back. And it's not woe is me, you know. I have a feeling because of my strikes possibly, and this is just all theory, because in the past I've had strikes with YouTube where I went against their policies, and it doesn't happen anymore, that somehow my reach on videos is not getting to all of my subscribers. So I'm asking you guys in the chat, whoever's in here, please share, please like, please watch. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen The Empire Strikes Back. I'll just say this was a great fun watch for me, okay? And we're going to have more well-rounded videos, of course, more Twilight Zone videos. Don't get me started. I talked about it last night. They age-restricted my latest Twilight Zone episode because it used an Asian racial slur. This was in 1960. I left it in because of the context. So now if you guys hear a lot of bleeps and stuff like that, or, you know, taking out a lot of curse words, it's because of YouTube. YouTube still doesn't have it, man. They do not have it. I was going to be like, you know, YouTube has been on their shit lately. No, they haven't. They've gotten worse. They've gotten worse. All right, guys. Jonathan Sanko, welcome to the chat, my friend. You are in here first. Sebastian, you're in here second. Welcome, my friend. Remember that leaderboard. Keep commenting, you guys. Let's see who's up on the leaderboard right now. We got Sebastian actually is number one. The horror podcast. Amanda, you changed your name? Okay. When are we getting that first episode, girl? Jonathan, you're number 3. Eric Patterson, number 3. Cleon, number 5. I said Eric Patterson, number 4, I meant. Cleon is number 5, and 6, Cherokee. There you go. The leaderboard is here. Cleon in the building once again. Jonathan is asking me, are you planning to see Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere? No, I don't. I'm not a big Springsteen fan. I mean, I don't know if I am. I haven't heard enough music, so I can't really, but I'm not really familiar. So no, the answer is no. Oh, Cherokee is saying I canceled, but I wanted it because I wanted to change my renewal date. Okay, very cool. I know Laura, she actually was my first member, and I was so proud. I was so happy. And she goes, oh yeah, the other day, I think it was a couple days ago. She goes, oh yeah, they just sent me an email. They renewed on the membership, and I was like, you don't have to, you can cancel it. She's like, no, I want to. So that was good. Let's see. Cleon is saying Darth Flicks. Episode 5, man. You guys already know, I'm sure. Darth Vader is so fierce in this one, and I like it. Let's see. Are you planning to see Keeper? You know what? Hold what's the guy's name? The director's name, is it Osgood Perkins? We had watched the trailer for it. And I didn't really get it. I'll have to give it another watch, if I'm being honest. I'll have to give it another dang watch. But it seemed like a boring trailer. I really don't know. I will say this. His consistency, he's knocking it out of the park. The cast is great. I love Tatiana Maslany. Knocking it out of the park. So I'm sure this one's going to be pretty good too. It looked like a slow burn. I will say that. It looked like a slow burner of a movie, which, I mean, that's kind of like his specialty, you know? So it is coming out the end of the year. Let's see. Claire Friesen. Who's this? Friesen? I don't know if I know her work. I can guarantee you this, though. These budgets are probably really low. That's the cool thing about horror, is you can make things, but it doesn't even need to be 1000% horror. It could just be horrific, atmospheric, right? Atmospheric horror, I guess is what they call it. I don't know if they released the budget yet, but I'm guaranteeing it's less than 20. Oh, $1 million. $1 million. How, brother? How? I was going to say, because Tatiana Maslany is the biggest name on this bill. $1 million. Produced by Neon. Directed by Osgood Perkins. Osgood Perkins is going to blink the weekend it comes out, and it's going to make over $1 million. That's cool. Now I kind of want to see it. I want to see what he does with $1 million. That's unheard of. That is unheard of nowadays. It's finally feeling like fall, yeah. Oh, it's all overcast and gloomy over here, but it's still a little muggy. Shawshank Redemption Part 2, The Revenge. Okay. Let's get into this first request, and then keep asking your questions in the chat, guys, or keep leaving. If you guys have any stories, that you heard that would be cool, that are recent, that we could talk about, entertainment or movies, that would be great too, guys. You guys can always feel free to offer your stories that you heard about, possibly this past week or whatever. All right, let's get into some Creed. I'm not the biggest Creed head, as far as like, haven't heard a lot. good. Love that little riff. Uh-oh. Here comes the breakdown. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't Creed have this stigma of like really sucking? Is it Creed? Like people made a joke about them, right? Like that they're a joke. That shit was hard. I'd bum that in the car. What are people talking about? Is it Creed that I'm thinking of, or is it another band? I could be thinking of another band. I don't know, but I remember that there's like some rock band that always gets like shit on. Yeah, no. Yeah, we talked about the Sphere, and they one thing I didn't talk about was the update that because it's doing so successful. I'm talking about the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. You guys have no clue what I'm talking about. The Sphere in Las Vegas, which Laura and I just saw a whole video about how Las Vegas is dying. Oh my God. Oh my God. Attendees are down. Guys, no one is in Vegas unless you're rich, unless you got some damn money if you're going for a weekend in Vegas, take about $5,000 to spend on food and resort fees. That's a minimum. I don't have money like that, so we're not going. We used to go for the museums, entertainment. Now the hotel fees got too damn much. Most of the food that we eat is off the strip, so that doesn't matter. Anything off the strip is fine. We used to go to Fremont. Nickelback. That's the group I'm thinking of. Nickelback. They're the ones that are always getting shit on, right? But yeah, Vegas. has this new attraction at the Sphere where they show Wizard of Oz in like this 360 mode, but they amplify it by implementing AI, which once again I talked about in a recent video I dropped yesterday on the channel. Please check it out. AI is taking over. And I got to say, it lent to an immersive experience, something that I didn't think I would like, but I would go watch it. Now, that did open the doors for them saying, you know what, this is financially a success, unlike every single movie that comes out in theaters nowadays. Now, what can we do next? And some of the names out there were Harry Potter, and there was two others. I got to look it up. Let me see. Possible future attractions at the Sphere, like Wizard of Oz. But they named about 4 properties. Let's see. But I know Harry Potter was one of them. This is the thing. I heard they didn't even have the rights to do this. The Wizard of Oz thing. So I think that kind of lends to possible futuristic, future lawsuits, I should say. Not futuristics. I don't know where it is. It was on Twitter. Someone posted it like, oh, here we go. Wait, here we go. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Major Wizard of Oz profits could push Sphere to more movie reimaginings. Let me see what movies they're talking about, though. It made a crap ton of money, though. But the tickets are insane. Okay, so it is Star Wars, like you said. I just thought you were throwing that name out there. So Harry Potter films, Disney titles like Star Wars. Okay, is that it? Okay, I guess that's it. Okay, well, I mean, those are 2 big starts right there. 2 big starts. I'd love to see the Snyderverse. Imagine. Bro, I could barely watch Man of Steel on a 65-inch OLED TV. Like, I'm going like this all over the place. Yeah, my neck might break. All right, let's lock and load, guys. Let's lock and load for the first story. Okay? Keep asking your questions in the chat. Welcome to everybody. Mr. Cool, Pedro, Primitive. Is Nickelback overrated or underrated? Sebastian's asking. I can't answer that. The chat's gonna have to answer it. What was Flix's favorite part of Star Wars Episode 5? You're gonna have to watch and find out. But off the head, oh, I had so many. And some weren't even the most exciting parts. Like, I was more interested in like Luke honing in on his force with the Yoda. So the whole training montage basically was really, really cool to me. I think overall I enjoyed the battle, not even just with Luke and Darth, Luke and himself. I'm going to go deeper. Yeah, I'm going to be that deep ass guy. Luke fighting with himself. Because the movie ends on a cliffhanger of, is Luke going to turn or not? Because he's still like, Father. Like, once he figures out, he's like, Father. And he's like, you still have a chance to come. Hone in your skills, young one. But there is another. Don't give me any spoilers. I will ban you from the chat and ban you from my heart, ban you from my life. All right, Flix Talkers, let's get into some box office numbers. But first, Warner Brothers, guys, they hit a milestone today, so we're going to talk about it. Or recently, I should say. Warner Brothers is the first studio this year, because it's happened before, to cross $4 billion at the global box office. So we salute them for that, because we know it's a tough time at the box office in general, guys. Week after week, we're getting flop after flop. So a handful of movies that are winning are attached to Warner Brothers. And that's a fantastic feat. I definitely think that they should get all their flowers. They should be commended and congratulated. So let's talk about some of these, all right? So just as Warner Brothers is opening its 7th original movie this year with Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, the motion picture studio of Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack can celebrate being the first to cross $4 billion at the box office this year. It's the first time that Warner Brothers has crossed $4 billion since 2019. Obviously, the pandemic really screwed things up. We know that. From 2000 to now, it's a weird pocket in space, right? It's this weird thing that happened, the zeitgeist of everything, where everything changed. People stayed inside. People were watching streaming even more, right? They were creating their own home studios. So it was a whole different world when the pandemic did hit. Remember, this was a worldwide thing. It wasn't just in America, it was worldwide. This time the studio pulled it off with 11 theatrical releases versus 20 titles 6 years ago. Broken out, Warner's has grossed $1.795 billion at the domestic box office and another $2.5 abroad. That's why international numbers absolutely matter. We've had this discussion before online. I've just had it with other people where people don't think that international numbers matter. I mean, that's the number right there. It's even more than the domestic. This weekend, the Leonardo DiCaprio starring One Battle After Another is expected to post a 45 million global bow. All right, so some of their other titles were Superman, that did very well. Sinners did very well. F1 did fairly well. I want to say that it didn't break what it needed to, but you have to remember, F1 was a huge project. I want to say almost a $300 million budget, if not 300 million. It was insane. Minecraft movie, of course, killed it. It did close to $1 billion. So we're talking about some big numbers. So once again, kudos to them. My rule of thumb is always you try to get the lowest budget so you can get the biggest return, right? I know it's hard because of studios wanting to get the biggest names, and it doesn't happen like that. Also, is Conjuring? Is The Conjuring part of Warner Brothers? I could be wrong. It is. Okay. So let's jump back to these numbers. So here are Warner Brothers' top theatrical releases at the global box office for 2025 year to date. Now, I know I talk about movies flopping week to week, but they do have a handful once again. So a Minecraft movie, which I just mentioned, just shy of $1 billion, 957 million. F1 with 624 million. Superman with 615 million. The Conjuring Last Rites blew it out of the water and blew my mind as far as my expectations. I thought this being the 4th in the franchise, it was not going to make any money. Guys, 400 million, and I want to say that it was like less than 80 million for the budget. It had to have been way less than that. We'll look it up later. Sinners, 366 million. Great on them. Ryan Coogler did a fantastic job with that movie. Final Destination Bloodlines, another one that I thought that no one in modern day would know this, as far as like a modern audience would know what these movies are. But it's, guys, I think this has like 7 movies in the franchise at this point. 313 million. Weapons, once again, absolutely destroyed for having a low budget and making such a big return with 263 million, almost 264. And Mickey 17, I don't know why they're throwing that in there. That was actually a financial disaster at 133. Because I think that had like over $100 million budget for sure, like 120. So it says, note that Disney ultimately will hit $4 billion as well with Tron Ares, Zootopia 2, and Avatar Fire Ash on the horizon. Yes. 1000%. Those movies come out pretty soon, with Tron Ares coming out next month. All right. Now let's get into this weekend's box office numbers. So one they named was One Battle After Another. I know a lot of people are talking about this one for different reasons. So I know some people that have already seen this movie, early screenings, like back on Monday or Tuesday of this past week. And they're saying that this is the best movie of the year. And that's fantastic. That's great. Unfortunately, it's opening to very low numbers. And I know people have this tendency, this fandom, to where if you like a movie, you disregard the numbers. You can't do that. They have to work. They have to coincide, guys. They have to work together. The best thing you could do is spread the word as much as you can, give honest reviews about things so these movies can win at the box office. Now, I'm going to tell you the main reason why this movie is so expensive. $20 million alone is going to Leonardo DiCaprio. I repeat, $20 million is going to Leonardo DiCaprio alone. And it made that in its opening, okay? So when you have a movie of this caliber, it's not just Leonardo DiCaprio. You have Benicio del Toro. You have Sean Penn. You have Tiana Taylor, Regina King, I believe it is. Is it King or Hall? I always get them mixed up as far as the names. Regina King. Fuck it. Regina Hall. Let's rewind on that one. You have Regina Hall. So those last couple of names I named are not obviously going to get that much money, but you got your leads like a Sean Penn, Leo, and Benicio definitely pulling in mega buku bucks, right? So because of that, your movie, especially the subject nature, I'm gonna tap onto the subject nature of this as well. Not saying that this is an anomaly, but this is hidden at a time in America where we have a huge political divide. And I will say that this movie is about like kind of like maybe I can read the synopsis because I'm kind of putting my foot in my mouth of exactly what this movie's about. I want to say it's like a fight the power type of movie. So Bob is a washed up revolutionary. Yeah. Who lives in a state of paranoia, surviving off the grid, and when his evil nemesis resurfaces and Willie goes missing, the former radical scrambles to find the boy. Okay. All right. Yeah, so this movie is pretty much about radicalization, fight the power, fight the system, and that is really going to divide an audience when it comes to that. I mean, politics or not, I have not seen this movie whatsoever yet. I do plan to watch this movie, so I'll kind of let you guys know my review after that. But sometimes when these movies hit at a certain time, it gets evil. Yes, you just named it. It either gets labeled woke or it gets labeled. It's just too much for someone, for an audience at this moment. At this moment, once again. That's just kind of what it is. And you have to think, is a family of 5 going to go see one battle after another? The general audience, are they going to watch one battle after another? Now, the reason why I'm harping so much on everything about this movie is this movie has a budget of $130 to $140 million. So going back to $21 million, that's low. That's a low opening, guys. That is low. And once again, I don't care how much you love these movies. If they do not make money, they are going directly to streamer in a month. I mean, which is good, I guess, for the streamers, the families that can't afford to go to the theaters anymore because it costs over $100 to fund that experience nowadays. But once again, these are niche movies as far as the subject nature. These are not family-friendly movies. This is not Minecraft movie. So you're going to get a certain demographic that goes to movies like this. I know they're really promoting it because they shot it on, I'm sorry, I don't think it's shot on film, but I know they're pushing this VistaVision about it, which is shown on film. If you guys can let me know what the difference between VistaVision and not are, I would love that. But I know that's a huge selling point for this movie. So this movie, I think, is not going to financially do well, but it's being talked about as far as being a good movie. And overall, if you're a cinephile, you're going to want to watch good movies, but at the same time, in the back of your mind, you should want them to win. Also, I heard, a lot of people saying that this movie was not being promoted. They didn't see it anywhere. I think that's BS, complete BS. I saw this movie everywhere. As far as billboards, I saw trailers for it in front of everything. I don't know what people are talking about, but I think this goes back to, once again, if the movies don't do financially well, they will find an excuse to point to it losing like that. Um. All right, guys. So these are Saturday's numbers. So One Battle After Another came out in 3,600 theaters, roughly. And that's not the full amount of theaters. I believe it's like 4,100, 4,200 in America. Friday being 8.8 million. The 3-day is supposed to make 21 million. Now, once again, that's not too well. As we know, the drop-offs on the second weekend are usually anywhere from, they could be 50 to 80%. Either way, they're usually average over 50%. So expect a very, very slow return, maybe 10 million next week. Like I said, guys, this is going to come to streamer very, very quick, I feel. You also have Gabby's Dollhouse, which I'm not too sure about this one. I know it's a children's movie, but I know she's very, very popular. So even a movie like that was in 3,500 theaters. Friday it made half of what One Battle After Another made, 4.3. The 3-day is making 13.6, which I'm sure is phenomenal based on its budget, which is probably very, very small, minute. It's in its week 1. It just came out. Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, which is something that we talked about here on the channel. We talked about that fight that happened. That's a Japanese release. I believe it's Japanese. 2,900, almost 3,000 theaters shown in America. It still pulled in on Friday 1.8 million. It was down 61% from its previous weeks, which it's in its third week as well, and it's still making money. If you're making money in your third week, that's pretty good. That is pretty decent, guys. The 3-day is 6.8, but the total is 117 million. Now, for a movie that is a anime overseas, that's really, really good, guys. The Conjuring Last Rites is, I'm not gonna go over every single one, guys, because we're already into the fourth week, the month, but it's made 161 in those 4 weeks. Not overall, but just in the domestic, I believe. Strangers Chapter 2 also came out this week. I'm hearing very, very bad things about this one. Obviously, you can see it's not even opening to all the theaters. 2,600, almost 2,700 theaters. Friday, it only pulled in 2.4 million. That's terrible. And don't give me that about horror movies, because Weapons is killing it. Sinners was killing it. People are going to movies that they're interested in, even horror movies nowadays. I think horror is not even like a taboo thing anymore. I think people that love horror, they're going to go support it. And they know that Strangers Chapter 1 sucked ass. And I'm hearing even Strangers Chapter 2 is worse than the first one. That's what I'm hearing. You guys let me know if you've seen it. But the 3-day is only 5.3 to 5.8 million, which is dog shit. It is absolutely dog shit, because I know that this budget was a lot higher than that. I'll say that. Him has been in theaters now for its second week drop off. What did I say about second week drop offs, guys? Higher than 50%, possibly up to 75% or 80%. 71% drop off on this one. This is one that I know cost a lot more than what it pulled in so far. So 20 million on its second weekend. That's really, really bad. The Long Walk as well is still going on for its third weekend now, 28 million. I think we can chalk this one up. This one had a 45% drop off. So actually, it did better than the average usually. I think this one had a bad return, mainly because of the bad remarks that Stephen King made towards Charlie Kirk, literally a few days before this movie dropped. So I think negative PR can definitely affect your movie. If you're telling me it's not, go look at Snow White and see what happened there. Then you also have a release for Downtown Abbey, the grand finale. This is more of an indie film, obviously, so it's not going to make too much money. It's in its first week. It made $5.4 million, which, I mean, Downton Abbey, Downton Abbey is a huge franchise. They're all over Netflix, and you know, it's a series and whatnot. A big, bold, beautiful journey, which we didn't even talk about here. It is a Sony release. It's a more, I want to say it's an indie film, but it got released in 3,300 theaters. So was it not an indie film? But I believe this is the one with Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell. And this movie made nothing last weekend. Does it have the first weekend? No, but it had a 73 and 62% drop off. Jesus Christ. But this is A-listers, guys, and it did drop off crazy. It's only made 5.9 million in its second week. Then you also have Dead of Winter, which was a vertical release, which is independent. Week 1, it made $1 million. So I don't know the budgets on some of these smaller projects. It probably made its money back, I'm sure. And then you have a movie called Eleanor the Great, which is super, super limited. Oh, Dead of Winter only came out in 605 theaters, 892 theaters for Eleanor the Great. Let me know if you guys have heard of this one. I have not heard of this, but it made $1 million. So there you guys go. Those are the numbers. Once again, numbers do not lie. Numbers do not care about your feelings. Please keep those numbers in the back of your head when you want to check out movies and when you want to tell your friends to support movies. I think all of this stuff matters, once again, for the simple fact that that's all studios care about is the green. They don't care about how good the movie is. They really don't. They really don't. So if you want these movies to win, tell a friend to tell a friend, post as much as you can about how awesome this movie is online, and hopefully they get more traction than they did if they did flop. And you got to see it in theaters. I keep telling people, see it in theaters, not just on streamer, because streamer, the divide as far as the divvying up of the money, a lot goes to the streamer. It doesn't go to the studios, guys. So please go to the studios. Go to the theaters and support that way. Buy the merch, buy physical, buy all these things that the studios are putting out. All right. You don't have to go buy $20 popcorn to support the concession stand. That doesn't support the movie. Okay. So there we go. That's my rant on the numbers for the weekend of September 28th, 2025. Thank you, guys. I didn't know that was going to go that long, but I would love to do that once a week if we could, guys. Go over the numbers for people that do care about that movie math, you know? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Mr. Cool, do you listen to Plies? Oh my God, I haven't in like forever. Shawty, I beat his ass for my shawty. Obviously, it's T-Pain, but that's a Ply song though. Let's see. Frank Oz, who voiced Yoda, has directed some really good movies that you should check out. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is one of them. Oh, I've seen that movie. That's with Steve Martin, right? I don't know who the other guy is, but Cherokee is saying never got into the Star Wars films. I'll see myself out now. That's okay. I do like the original so far. I didn't get into the later films. Yeah, watch the original 3. Those are got to be the best ones. Primitive, I saw your comment while I was talking. You said supposedly it's extremely woke, which alienates half the population. Yes. And trust me, I can get down with a good revolutionary story. But if it hits too close to home as far as the realism of what's happening today, unfortunately, I mean, like you said, it's going to alienate half of your audience. Word's going to spread. Because all of these reviewers, even though some people will push that to the side, there are going to be some real commentators that go out and watch these movies and say, you know what, guys? This was a good movie, but this is what it focused on, and this is how I felt. And people are going to take those words, and they're going to say, you know what? This might not be for me. And then you lost half your audience, half at least the domestic audience in the country, because we're the ones that are usually dealing with these feelings, these emotions when it comes to subject nature of woke or whatever. I don't think anybody across the world cares about woke too much. Yeah. Once again, I've seen amazing stories about this kind of subject nature, being a revolutionary or being a freedom fighter or something. It's all about timing. It is all about timing. And unfortunately, in America, it's an interesting time. It's an interesting time to drop a movie like this. There's a lot of factors at play, guys. You know, I keep hearing things about Tiana Taylor as well. I haven't seen a single movie from her, but people are really praising her. I mean, she's I don't know if she's co-lead or I know she's playing opposite Leonardo DiCaprio, and that's great. She's top billing. That is fantastic. I will watch the movie though. I break I think I did first see her in that Kanye video. She's in a Kanye video, right? Kanye music video. And yeah, you're right. You're right. She has an amazing body. But yeah, all of that stuff matters, guys. It really does. Going back to my Snow White comment, you know, she went on the press junket and just started, you know, talking about October 7th and then talking about how she didn't want to make this about like the typical story that you were used to for Snow White. And once again, people don't want to hear that, man. Just shut up and if you want to. And this is why AI actors and actresses are being made, because they're just going to do their job. They're not going to talk about political divide. You want to be an activist? Go be an activist then. Rachel Ziegler, go be an activist. All right, guys, we have Van Halen, Romeo Delight. Let's get into it. Thank you, Sebastian. $1980.
Special reason, what's the lie? 'Cause I ain't leaving. We're in for a very long night. Heard a vicious rumor from your mama's tongue. You a desperate woman, need a man with a gun. High crime zone in the city of lights. Save us, please. Can't take it anymore. I beg you, please. Can't take it anymore. I'm taking whiskey to the party tonight, and I'm looking for somebody to squeeze. Somebody to fight, baby, don't get uptight, baby, please. Wanna see my ID, try to clip my wings, don't have to show you proof of anything. I know the law, friend. At the 11th hour, I'm going back outside. Give it a try, I'm your last loose end. Party tonight, and I'm looking for somebody to squeeze. Ain't looking for somebody to fight, baby, don't get uptight, baby,
Oh, I love that guitar. Okay, here we go. Okay. Why not, buddy? Why not? Very good. Very good. Okay. Very, very good. I just saw this clip pop up. I was kind of interested in talking about it. Maybe not too long, obviously, because the subject nature is a little bit heavy for some of you guys. So I just talked about COVID during my last segment, as far as the pandemic from 2020 to 20 just years later, pretty much. So I just saw this right now. It says let's see if we can open this up a little more. Seth MacFarlane, natural immunity was debunked. Don't you know people who had COVID 4 or 5 times? I do. That's not natural immunity. Bill Maher says, you've had COVID 5 times, probably because you had too many vaccines. Let's check it out.
Why are doctors wrong about so much?
Well, they're right about a lot too.
But very often people who aren't doctors have been righter about things.
Like what would be an example of that?
I would think this country did not allow for natural immunity to be considered. And I know this is a subject dear to your heart.
Yes.
Like, even if you had the disease, you still had to get a vaccine. That's powerful, stupid. They don't do that in Europe.
I think they do that here. There's mandatory vaccination in schools.
Right, but if you already had the disease, you have natural immunity. We didn't seem to believe in that.
That was
here.
debunked, though. I mean, that's
not debunked.
Don't you know people who've had COVID 4 or 5 times? I do.
I will say this. I totally did. As far as, so I think I talked about this, is that I felt like, and it's against my own, it was my own volition that made me go get the vaccine. I did get the vaccine, but I will say this: there was so much misinformation and so much pressure from everyone to get vaccinated. Like, even my coworkers did not want to get next to me because they were saying that I was unvaccinated. People were putting the pressure on me, but I know it's ultimately my decision. I followed the herd. No one knew what was happening at that time. Come on, let's stop trying to act like everybody knew which was the right route. Nobody knew. I had a coworker that died from COVID, and it puts things into perspective when you actually know somebody that you've talked to for years, and then sorry, they're in the hospital. Oh, and then he passed away. Oh, okay, so this is like real. You know what I'm saying? So even though I got the vaccine, we still got sick. We only got sick 1 time, though, but it was a killer, man. Like, as far as it kicked our ass for like the first 3 days. But then all these restrictions, I will say this is, now that I'm thinking about it, all these restrictions in play as far as distancing, staying at home and stuff like this. And I'm not going to, guys, we're not going to get into conspiracies or any of that shit. You guys let me know how you handled it. I'm letting you know my experience, all right? That's as simple as that. But there was so many restrictions of staying home, wearing a mask, doing this, doing that. This year, they said like COVID 2.0 was out, like a new strain of COVID was out. Why didn't anybody have to follow those same restrictions of staying at home, quarantining, doing any of that? They don't even push for masks anymore. Why did that go away? It makes you really think, right? Thank you, Glenzer. I appreciate you. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to the chat. But it really makes you think, what changed, like, with those precautions? But I do know people that got vaccinated and they got sick about 4 or 5 times. I know people that are unvaccinated and they got sick about 4 or 5 times. It was literally the exact same thing.
That's not natural immunity. There's no immunity there. You've had COVID 5 times.
Probably because you had too many vaccines. I didn't have COVID.
Did the vaccine gave you COVID?
Well, that's certainly nothing unscientific about the fact that the vaccine, which does weaken you in order to strengthen you.
Says do all vaccines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But while you're in a weakened state, yes, that's why so many people like me got it, did not have it while the thing was raging and I was taking 0 precautions. because I was never that afraid of it.
But that's anecdotal. Like I've
Okay,
had
yeah,
every
but,
booster
but,
there is to
anecdotal
have,
that, yeah.
and I have never had COVID. I get a flu shot once a year. I haven't had the flu in 20 years.
Right. Well, I haven't either, and I don't get a flu shot.
Okay, so this is
See, that is very interesting. And I'm not here to get on the conspiracy train. Seth MacFarlane said, I get a flu shot every year, and I haven't gotten the flu for 20 years. Bill Maher said, I don't get the flu shot, and I haven't got the flu. You see what just happened here? This kind of just canceled out that maybe none of this matters. And once again, this is all alleged. Maybe none of this matters. I remember as a child getting the flu shot all the time. Once I hit 18, I didn't get any shot. And I never got sick. It was more of a seasonal thing. Like you would get allergies. Out here in California, we get Santa Ana winds, Southern California. You get Santa Ana winds. So obviously your sinuses flare up. You take sinus medication and you're good. And you're fucking good. That's it. The last time I got a prick, a jab, or whatever you want to call it, which it was a tetanus shot because I sliced off the tip of my thumb with a box cutter. And because it was metal, they asked me, when was the last time I got a tetanus shot? I said, I don't know. And they gave me a tetanus shot. That's the last time. And that was 2 years ago, or no, last year. So, but then we start getting into this whole conspiracy theory about, oh, ever since I got the injection, I'm more foggy brained and I'm more this and that. And I feel like that all the time. But is it because I'm not taking care of myself? Is it because I'm eating like shit? Is it because I'm overweight? Is it because I could be drinking more water? There's a lot of factors that go into play when you're dealing with shit like this. You know what I mean?
it's all anecdotal.
Right.
But you know the difference between anecdotal and statistical.
I do.
And statistically, you still have a 90% better chance of not being hospitalized, not dying if you're vaccinated.
Okay, but that's assuming all people are alike, and that is one of the giant fallacies in your way of thinking. We are not all alike. Yes, I would recommend and have recommended the COVID vaccine for the high-risk people. Like if you're 90 or fat, get it. Absolutely, you need it. Some people don't.
But you had
Djokovic didn't need it.
But you had
Aaron Rodgers didn't need it.
See, I do like Bill Maher. I grew up on him because my dad was always listening to him in the house. He probably hates him now because he's a little more centrist, but that's fine. I like this healthy debate of going back and forth because you can get one person's opinion, their perspective, and then you get the other person's perspective. And at the end of the day, it's all opinion. And I mean, with recent events, people have killed people over their opinion. But this is what it should be. Two people talking to each other. I hate those panel shows, by the way. You get 4 to 8 people yelling over each other. No. Civil debates are always, keeping it fair, balanced. 2 people talking in front of each other, not talking over each other. That's what I like to see personally, or else it becomes too much. What do you guys have to say about this? I would love to hear it. Let's see. Immunity means less severe. Mr. Cool is saying, I didn't get the vaccine. Luckily, I was in a situation where I didn't have to get it. There you go. Glenn Zero is saying, no joke, I have avoided all vaccines and haven't had a sick day since 2019. And that was food poisoning thanks to KFC. Yeah, that's a whole different situation. And I can appreciate you guys for talking about this openly and honestly. Sometimes people are afraid to talk about it. Maybe not so much now, but back then it was like it divided our country, like the whole vaccine and non-vaccine thing. Cherokee saying I was lucky enough to avoid it at all costs and was never vaccinated. It was tough in California. Let me tell you, if you didn't carry a fucking card and show your card, you could not get in anywhere. It was like they were forcing you to get a vaccine. So some of you guys that are in these flyover states or in different areas that are the mandates were less, thank your lucky stars. That's why a lot of you guys have no perspective of what it comes like. You're like, you took the vaccine. What a fucking sheep. What a guys, it was basically forced upon us. We could not leave the goddamn house without having that vaccine card. Now think about that. You want to talk about living in a dictatorship? My God, that sucked. That really sucked. I didn't get any boosters or anything because once I was like, I didn't like the way this made me feel at all. You know, some of us had to take it, bro. And who knows? Maybe in 10 years, I'll grow a third eye, or you know, I'll have a lobster hand, and I'll be like, guys, the vaccine. You know, who knows? Let's see. Mr. Cool saying I didn't trust the vaccine at all. Just made sure I drank green tea regularly, took zinc, vitamin D, and the multivitamin. Glenzer is saying I used to get the flu shot and got hit hard by it. Stopped the shot, stopped getting hit. Never had the vaccine, but I'm pretty sure I've had COVID at least twice. Everyone's immune system is different. Yeah, I definitely got that different strain or whatever it was. I remember it was Friday the 13th in June or July. I think it was June, because we were going to go out to go see a Friday the 13th movie. And 2 days before, I got fucking annihilated by something that reminded me of COVID. And I looked it up and they were saying there's a COVID variant going around. And I didn't take anything except for over the counter medicine. I didn't get a vaccine or anything like that. And it wrecked me for 4 days. 4 fucking days. 2 days out of work and 2 days on the weekend. It killed me. It wrecked me. And I was like, every time I get sick, I always go, oh yes, I'm gonna be able to work at home. No, I couldn't even get out of bed. It was bad. I couldn't get off the couch, guys. I couldn't eat. I dropped probably like 5 pounds in 4 days, you know? Yeah, the infamous flicks thumb. I think my thumb's all back to normal, guys. Let's see if we can get a focus in on that thumb. Give me the thumb. Glenzer is gifting some subs. Johnny Utah got it. Yee! That's cool, man. Very, very cool. Mr. Cool said, I know I got the meningitis shot. I don't even know what that is. Sebastian is saying, we cared too much about the vac. Did you tell me why Sebastian, did you tell me the information on the racist dwarf? I would like to know. We cared more about the vaccine and too little about eating well, taking vitamins. Yeah. Things that will boost your immunity. Yes. I can agree to that. I can agree to that. Glenn is saying liberals like Seth MacFarlane want healthcare like Europe, but never mentioned that there's no pharma ads over there, which helps keep prices lower. US pays more because of those ads. Okay. It seems like you know more about it than I do. I really don't know much about it. Glenzer is saying I'm in the Bay Area. Yeah, shots out Bay Area. A lot of people here still wear masks alone in their car. Wow. Yeah, I remember seeing that, and that was a bit much for me. Or people that were just walking around and like taking a walk on the street when there was no one around, they were wearing a mask. I thought that was a little counterintuitive, but okay. Never got the jab. Very glad I didn't. Okay, so it seems like, yeah. Amanda says, yeah, doctors keep shoving it down our throat. And I'm like, once again, we were at a time where no one knew what the fuck was going on. And a lot of these jobs are pressuring you to do that, to get the shot. Yeah. Same politicians pushing the jab, ban marijuana for decades. Now it's legal. What a shocker. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, they want to make money off it. They want to make money off it. Come on now. We know this. And thank you once again, Glinser. You are awesome. You were there last night in the stream, and then you also gifted a sub. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry, a membership, I should say. Very, very cool. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's get into this next story. Let me cue this next story up, guys. Please. We're going to be here for about another hour, taking your request. Let's see. Can I make this? This is such a bright website. Let me see if I can make this dark real quick. Why is this so dark? I mean, bright. Oh, it won't let me go dark. Okay, interesting. Damn you, ABC7. All right. Well, this is a bright ass webpage I'm viewing right now. What happened with the video? Technical difficulties, guys. We're going. We got it. We got it.
This one's for you. And
Okay, here we go. All right, Flix Talkers, AI holograms. Do you love them? Do you hate them? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments in the chat. I think the first time I saw a hologram was at Coachella. I forget what year, but it was Tupac. Remember that, the hologram Tupac? And he was rapping all the lyrics and stuff like that. Well, they're going a step further with these holograms, guys. And now we're going to be able to talk to these holograms. They're encased in this, you know. It reminds me, I just watched episode 5 of Star Wars. It reminds me of when they encased Han in that, whatever it was called, Star Wars nerds, let me know. But it's like in some kind of casing. And we're going to get this hologram now of the deceased Stan Lee, who passed away in 2018. But, you know, Marvel and Disney are still pushing his legacy. And now they're going to be making money off it, because this is obviously one of those attractions that people want to see. So, an immersive hologram experience with Marvel legend Stan Lee makes its debut this year at LA Comic-Con. So, let's just check out the quick news brief on it.
And Marvel fans, this one's for you. An immersive hologram experience with Marvel legend Stan Lee is making its debut at LA Comic-Con.
Yeah, Stan Lee, the co-creator of iconic superheroes like Spider-Man, the X-Men, and more, passed away in 2018. But now fans have the opportunity to speak with the pioneer, all through AI technology.
If we could create an experience, use an avatar Stan, it isn't Stan, it's an avatar, as sort of a jumping off point, as a portal for new fans. If it's the reason they pick up their first Spider-Man book and read it, then we've done something good that day.
It's great to be back at conventions like this, surrounded by fellow Marvel fans and enthusiasts. Excelsior!
LA Comic-Con continues through the weekend at the LA Convention Center.
Okay, so initial thoughts, please let me know. First, for me, this is creepy. This is creepy as hell. I don't want it. Let the man rest in peace. By the way, at the end of his life, he dealt with like elder abuse from his daughter, I believe, and it was a sticky situation. They just wanted his money. Either way, we have a longer version. People are there at Comic-Con, and they have recorded a 3-minute video, a little more extensive as far as them asking questions. And this is not just a hologram, guys. You can ask it questions like you ask your damn phone directions or food recipes, whatever. You can now ask Stan Lee. Now, this is where I get a little weary of things like this. So which AI is in this to give the answers that it's outputting? You know what I mean? Because not all AI is built the same. So let's get into some of the questions that people are asking AI Stan Lee or Avatar Stan Lee. You guys let me know your thoughts, your honest thoughts, please.
I'm here today as Hollow Stan to join you at the 2025 Los Angeles Comic-Con. For decades, I had the thrill of spinning yarns about heroes and villains in that mighty Marvel manner. But the real heroes have always been you, the fans, whose excitement kept those stories alive. The world may be a little nutty now and then, but as long as we share our stories and imaginations, there will always be room for hope, heart, and heroism. So thank you for keeping the dream alive. Excelsior!
What do you think about the X-Men legacy being so tied to the civil rights movement?
The X-Men's struggles for equality and acceptance were indeed inspired by the civil rights movement. Larry, I think it's safe to say that Stan Lee and the creative team drew parallels between the X-Men's fight for coexistence with humans and the real-world struggles of marginalized communities during that era. This was a powerful way to address social issues through storytelling. The X-Men's legacy continues to inspire and resonate with fans today. Great question, Larry.
another fan named Melissa. She wants to know if you could pick one superhero who would save the world today, who would that be?
That's a great question, Melissa.
I will say this. The response time is very, very quick. So this woman on the side is asking through a microphone, so it's amplified. And she's also giving the name of who's asking these questions to AI Stan or hologram Stan, Avatar Stan Lee. And his response time is within seconds. It's very good technology. The technology is there. It's just one of those things of, do we need it? Do we absolutely need it? And once again, I think the answer is no.
If I had to pick one superhero to save the world today, I'd have to choose Spider-Man. He's got the agility, quick thinking, and web-slinging abilities to swing into action and tackle any challenge. Plus, he's a hero for the people, always putting their safety first. He's got a lot of heart, just like the fans who love him. Great question, Melissa.
To know what
Also, I mean, is this woman going to be standing here asking the questions every single time? Because, you know, somebody's going to come up and go, Stan, what do you think of Scarlett Johansson's booty in the Black Widow live action movie? What do we think about that? Well, that's a great question there, son. I mean, you know what I mean? Who is going to troll AI Stan? Who is going to be the first troll? There has to be one. We are built like that. We are built where we are fucking jokers, man. People are going to mess this up.
What are your thoughts on the MCU and Marvel's legacy today?
I'm thrilled to share my thoughts on the MCU and Marvel's legacy. Dawson, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been a game changer, bringing our beloved characters to life in a way that's resonated with fans worldwide. I think it's a testament to the power of storytelling and the impact that Marvel has had on popular culture. As someone who's been a part of Marvel's history, it's amazing to see how our characters have evolved and continue to inspire new generations. Great question, Dawson.
Man, he gave the most ChatGPT answer I've ever heard in my life, like the most robotic answer. He didn't talk about the financial failures of Marvel at all whatsoever. That's a good question, Melissa. Well, let me tell you, Miss Marvel really almost bankrolled Marvel that year that it came out, and all these shows really flopped. And I, like, why didn't you talk about the real deal?
Superpower, what would it be?
If I had to pick one superpower, I'd choose the ability to fly, Rayhan. It's a classic power that's both practical and thrilling. Just imagine soaring through the skies, exploring new heights, and saving the day in style. Spider-Man is definitely one of my favorites. That web-slinging, wisecracking hero has captured the hearts of fans everywhere.
By the way, these fans really annoy me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Am I being mean? I don't like all these poses, and I'm cute, and I'm hot, and I'm here just to... Shouts out to her. I mean, she may be a fan and stuff like that, but it's just... I don't know. I'm easily annoyed, I guess.
But if I had to pick just one, I'd have...
Okay, there we go. Rest in peace, Stan Lee. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, guys. First look at AI Stan Lee hologram at LA Comic-Con. Would love to hear your thoughts, guys. Cleon is saying Jaws 19 was the first hologram I saw. There you go. Mr. Cool is saying the hologram stuff is kind of creepy. Glinzer is saying pretty soon Cortana from Halo will be a reality and social distancing won't need COVID as an excuse. The Canadian white trash guy in the building, what's up, my friend, saying I support AI teachers. Amanda's saying no, that's too weird. That's cool, but very scary. Yeah, I think it is cool, but unnecessary, you know, but once again, I mean, these pre-programmed answers, you could just find them on your phone. You don't really need to hear Stan Lee's take on it because it's not really Stan Lee's take. He's taking it from the internet, you know, and once again, just kind of like molding it into a very general response. Like there's no actual opinion or emotion behind it. He's not forming his own opinion because it's an AI. He's just taking shit off of line, you know? Eric is saying it is creepy. Glenzer is saying, whatever happened to respecting the terms of rest in peace? Guess not with AI. Oh, no one. Yeah. And who gave them permission to use his likeness for this? With this freaky AI stuff, they're going to make movies with John Wayne, Aubrey Hepburn, Heath Ledger. Once again, check out my latest video, brother. Check out my latest video. I'm talking about AI. They're actually hiring AI actors. It's not a Twilight Zone episode anymore. It is a real deal. It's coming. After man invented the sharpened stick, an evil person used it for evil. Don't blame the stick. Mr. Cool is saying, are they going to bring back Alex Trebek to host Jeopardy? Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Cleon is saying, don't recall Spider-Man ever cracking a joke. Glenzer is saying celebs will need to claim that in their will, that their estate cannot use them as AI. Oh, yeah. Sebastian is saying, AI is scary. I'm only 28 and I already have doubts about it. Well, there you go. Joe's Crayons in the building. What's up, my friend? Hey, Flix, do you remember when Monopoly used to be at McDonald's? I do. Yeah, that was a big deal growing up. What year was that? That was early 2000s, right? Or maybe even before that. Peelable stickers were on the drinks and the food packaging. Yep. Oh, from 1989? I didn't know it was going on that long. To 2001, a guy went to prison for scamming the Monopoly prizes. Yeah, I do remember seeing a documentary about that on YouTube or something, but that was pretty crazy. But that was a huge part of going to McDonald's. Not just for their cheap dollar burgers that they had, dollar double burgers or whatever, something like that. Was it a double cheeseburger for $1? Y'all remember that? When they had the dollar menu? Nobody has a dollar menu now. I go to Taco Bell all the time. The cheapest thing is a potato taco for $1.69. They put potatoes, they put lettuce in there. I get it with red sauce and no cheese. And yeah. $1.69. So what in the world? All right, let's see what's going on. Let's get some dark mode here. Here we go. All right. How we doing, guys? All right, I'll be here for about another hour taking your questions, taking your requests. What's going on with this? We still live? There we go. For some reason, my oh yeah, we are. Okay. Okay, very, very cool. Shouts out to everybody, by the way. All right. The cheeseburger went to the cheese burglar went to prison for scamming the Monopoly game. There you go. All right, you guys ready for another one? Drum roll. Here we go. We got a crazy one. I think that this is crazy and sad and what the hell, man. All right, so y'all remember Vivica Fox? Most of you guys remember her from like the 90s or early 2000s. But Vivica A. Fox, filmmakers are suing her, claiming that the Kill Bill star took $25,000 but never showed up to a movie set. Now, this is a very interesting story and also sad. Sad in the fact for me that she is taking so little to do a full-on movie. This is a woman. She was also in Independence Day, too. Independence Day. Remember that? How big that movie was? Jesus, that was a big movie. So a Big Apple-based production company claims Independence Day and Kill Bill actress, and once again, they're referencing movies from like 20 years ago, guys. Actress Vivica A. Fox accepted tens of thousands of dollars to star in a 2024 movie, but never actually made it to the film set. You can't just take the money and run. Brand New Entertainment estimates in a recent legal filing it lost more than $75,000 since Fox, who's 61, backed out of filming for, this is the movie title, The Return of Omatara Jackson, a planned reboot of the 2008 Nigerian Yoruba drama that starred Bucky Wright as a woman who murders her best friend to steal her lover. What? What? Once again, does anybody know about, it's a reboot of a 2008 Nigerian film. Okay. The lawsuit was filed this week in Manhattan's federal court that alleges breach of contract and unjust enrichment. It also names Fox's longtime agent and manager, Sheila Leggett, 63. Leggett signed a contract with Brand New Entertainment on September 6, 2024, almost about a year ago, guys, securing Fox as the lead. The suit contends filming was set for Nigeria. The CarShield spokeswoman accepted an initial $25,000 payment through Leggett. Fox was due to receive another $25,000 upon arrival on the set, with an additional $25,000 payable upon completion of the film. So once again, if you guys didn't add those 25,000s up, times 3, she was going to be getting paid $75,000 for the film. Now, once again, this woman used to headline Independence Day, Kill Bill. She had a huge part in. $75,000 to do a completely full movie overseas. What the fuck? That is a fall from grace if I've ever heard one. I know it's harder to take roles as you age, but that is crazy to me. That's crazy. What do y'all think? I just talked about Leonardo DiCaprio doing that film one battle after another this weekend for $20 million. That's a whole movie with him. She's doing it for $75,000. Also, her agent takes a $7,500 fee. The suit alleges Fox was a no-show even after Brand New Entertainment accommodated her request to move the filming to America. This is not going to go well for her, guys. And she's going to be ending up having to pay more than $75,000. I'll just say that. You can't just take partial money and then say, oh, you know what? Going to Nigeria, it ain't for me for whatever reason. Can you move it to the filming to America? Okay, we're going to accommodate. That's a lot of accommodations because it seems like they wanted to make the movie as authentic as possible by filming in Nigeria, which I can totally get behind them on that. But the fact that they were like, you know what? She's a star. We're going to move it to America. Guys, I don't have to guess that filming in Nigeria costs way less than filming in America. And most of y'all don't have to guess about that either. All right? Nigeria probably costs pennies. They will probably pay you to film in Nigeria. All right? So, girl, she took the money and she was a no-show. I would be so pissed. She still looks great, by the way. If these are current pictures of her, which I don't know if they are, obviously with filters and whatnot, she looks great. For early 60s, she looks great. I know there was a time, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, where she had so much botched plastic surgery, I almost cried. I almost shed a tear because I was like, this woman was beautiful. What the fuck did she do to her body? But it looks like she's looking a little semi-normal now at this point. Once again, filters and all that stuff. Yeah, she looks fine. I mean, yeah, she's had a lot of makeup, cosmetic surgery done and stuff like that. And, you know, she's in her early 60s. Shouts out Vivica Fox. But girl, this ain't the way. So a total of $250,000, $250,000, was raised by investors according to the lawsuit, which further claims Fox and Leggett have categorically refused to return the $32,000. So once again, that's $25,000 with the $7,500 for the agent fee. Fox's exit from the project also caused the company reputational harm and lost business opportunities, all exceeding $75,000 in abrogate. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, that totally makes sense. I mean, your investors are like, yo, she did not show up. This movie is not being made. We will never work with you again. It doesn't matter if it was her fault or not. We're not going to work with you again. So this caused them reputational harm. This is the part I'm a little confused on. They're asking for her to return the $32.5 and unspecified punitive damages. Well, how much are the punitive damages? I would ask for the I would ask for this much back, $250,000. That's how much y'all fucked us over in the long run. I would be asking for that much. This movie's not being made. I would sue the shit out of her. Forget just what she took. All of the stresses of having to move the location. All the stresses of now businesses, the investors are not going to fuck with you anymore. They're not going to work with you anymore. You have ruined this company's reputation. Word is going to spread. Y'all remember that company? They're the ones that lost money to Vivica Fox. She just took the money and ran. And this is going to hurt her because no studio is going to want to work with her now or give her money up front. I'll tell you that. So just a quick story about Vivica A. Fox and her fall from grace. I'm going to call it a fall from grace because it's not good. What do you guys think about that story? Or let's see what y'all are saying in the chat. $25,000, but Vivica has all that CarShield commercial money. Yeah, it said CarShield. I didn't know what that. What did that mean? I've never seen this CarShield commercial. That's my fault. Let's see. Mr. Cool is saying my family is Nigerian. I'm sure my late father watched that movie. Yeah, we got we'll look it up one time. Reboot of 2008 Nigerian film. Yeah, Hollywood's creatively bankrupt. Nollywood, yeah. Oh, you said it's a growing industry. Okay, I don't think I've heard any. I mean, have they made a crossover as far as like movies that we know here in America? Or something I could check out? Every time I hear of it might not be in Nigeria, but that crazy clip that went viral like maybe 15 years ago where it was like Whatever Happened to Captain Phillips. You remember that? Whatever Happened to Captain Phillips was the name of the movie. I don't know if that was. That shit was insane. That shit was insane. I think that's what it was called. Or What Happened to Captain Phillips? You know what I'm talking about? It was. We have to see a video on this really quick since we're on the subject. Is that what? No, not Captain Phillips. Captain. Let me just put Nigerian movie. Captain. Is it Captain Alex? Hold on. Oh, who killed Captain Alex? Oh my God. Y'all. Oh, it's Uganda. It's Uganda. This is by far the weirdest shit I have ever seen in my life. In my whole life. I have to find a like best of or something because they have the whole movie. It's an hour. Oh, here we go. Best moments. Guys, this is not a joke. This is a real movie that someone made in Uganda. Let's all enjoy this right here. Let's all enjoy this for 3 minutes, okay?
Then who killed Captain Alex? Who? What the fuck?
Hello, ntuse mu Kampala. Waliwo kyendaba ekya glasses wansi wano kyemba nkuba. Target confirmed.
Target confirmed. Target ekulabiddwako. Ennyonyi agirina. Tugana maaso. Ugandan Ghetto Air Force.
Hold on. They're having fun with it. Ugandan Ghetto Air Force. Oh.
Force. Man, the man is killing us, man. Over. Bless the bomb, over. Drop the bomb, man. Commando! Commando! Tiger Mafia.
Unlimited bullets, man.
I did nothing. I'm innocent. Look at that.
What is happening? They can't even carry this guy.
You're all dead. I will kill you all.
Bro, that is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. That is so bad. Does the Clash of Titans 1981 look so bad now? Who killed Captain Alex? Someone should have yelled, "Get to the chopper" in Nigerian. Mr. Cool, you thought that was good acting? Oh my God, bro. You cannot be serious. All right, guys, we got time for one more story. Now, this one is scary. I was just listening to Ice Cube the other day at work. I love Ice Cube. The story's about Ice Cube. We actually are just watching The Studio on Apple Plus. If you guys haven't seen it, Ice Cube was featured in the last episode that we saw. He says, "Fuck AI." Very, very funny episode. But now it's being reported, guys, because he is on tour, that Ice Cube's tour bus was firebombed by Antifa. Protesters mistake tour bus for an ICE vehicle, and the rapper reacts. Now, I don't know 100% of what's happening here, if this is true, if this is a rumor. There is video footage, but this is scary. All right? They show a picture of the tour bus. He's up north, I believe, in like Portland or something. I'll get to the details, but right here, if this is true, this is insane. This is insane. And once again, we're living in insane times. So in a case of mistaken identity, rapper Ice Cube's tour bus was set ablaze by a group of Antifa protesters. According to reports, the protesters believed it was a deportation vehicle belonging to the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, and vandalized the vehicle by hurling objects at it before firebombing it. If true, how stupid do you got to be? How stupid do you have to be? Now let's check out the footage right here. Got a couple different angles. I really hope he was not in that. Yeah, they jacked up his tour bus, man. All right. So the viral video sparked outrage. Let's get into some more. So footage of the incident has gone viral on social media. It shows protesters chanting at the bus that was pelted and eventually engulfed in flames. The confusion reportedly occurred because of the large ICE lettering painted on the bus. What? Where was that at? I think there's a picture of the bus too. At the time of the incident, Ice Cube was reportedly inside the venue and escaped unharmed. So Ice Cube does respond. Over here on X, he said, "It wasn't my bus. It was my crew's bus parked in front of the hotel. Everybody was upstairs sleeping. Nobody hurt. No equipment damaged. A coward set the bus on fire. My bus was actually in Oakland getting serviced." And shouts out to Andy Milanakis right here for the top comment, man. He said, "Today was a bad day." Oh, man. That's a good comment right there. Let me see if he posted anything else. Okay, so it looks like he did comment something else. So he responded to this person that says, "I'm glad nobody got hurt. It is one of your tour buses and you were targeted by leftist domestic terrorists. Posting that this is only the crew's bus is absurd on your part." He said, "Only is your words, not mine. I was stating the facts. Being in my business is absurd on your part, so shut the F up." Okay. It's also being reported that it was Antifa. I don't know if that's a fact. I don't know if there's any other video. I can look this up really quick. Let me see. I wanted to see if I can get if we can get a picture of the bus itself. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, please. Okay, so here's a longer clip of the bus damage. Portland, Oregon, by the way. I think the reason people are saying it's Antifa is because they are very prominent up there in Portland. So they broke the windows. It looks like there's some fire damage here for sure. The tire's also damaged. Now, I don't see anything that's indicating that this is an Ice Cube tour bus. It does look like a tour bus, but I don't see any. Usually on tour bus, it says, you know, Ice Cube's name on the side or whatever. Also, if you guys are in Portland, please let me know if this is a popular street. So this is the back end of it. Yeah, Ice Cube is saying this is a crew bus, which makes total sense. I don't see any markings that say this is Ice Cube. But once again, why would it get firebombed unless someone thought that it was a different vehicle than what it was? Either way, it's scary, guys. And I hope nobody... Here we go. So there we go, guys. There is a picture of the actual tour bus of Ice Cube. On the bottom, everything's corrupt. And it's obviously different than the black, I believe, or silver than we saw previous. So you guys let me know your thoughts, please. Cleon says the fire and ice tour. I'm just glad he's safe. He's one of my favorite rappers. And I know he's very outspoken when it comes to policies and stuff like that. He obviously didn't hold his tongue when people were saying it was leftists that did it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll know more facts very, very soon. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, in the chat. There it is. Ooh, my neck is killing me. Oh. Okay, let's get to we're coming to the end of the stream. Cherokee, I don't know if you're still in here. You said you sent me a video. We got time for it now. Ooh. I'm gonna have to take some Tylenol, guys. Not too much though, obviously. Let's see. No. Jackie Chan did a song called Skibbity. If you guys don't know about Skibbity, Skibbity was this viral sensation. I don't even know where to start. It was this viral sensation from a video game or something like that, I believe, or some kind of mod that someone did, and it just went viral. And they were even talking about making a movie about it, and that Michael Bay was attached, even though it was a rumor, it was a lie. He said it was all a lie, and yeah, they made merch about it, and it was crazy. But this song is called Skibbity, and I wonder if it has to do with that. Let's just check this out. And it's JJ Lin and Jackie Chan.
Skibbity, no, we can skip a beat. So skibbity, we will not skip a beat. No skibbity, we won't skip a beat. Oh no, skibbity, we won't skip a beat. Skibbity, no, we can skip a beat. 快门一闪就过去。Because we drop the beat. 世界不等你，汗水滴进眼睛里。 我手心挥出去，已经到底不喊停。命运我们决。
Hold on. He doesn't sound that bad, but I want to hear what he's saying.
就过去。Because we drop the beat. 世界不等你，汗水滴进眼睛里。我手心挥出去，已经到底不。
He's literally rapping about martial arts, or singing about I don't know if this is a rap or a song. I guess singing about martial arts. Clench fist, throw a punch. There's sweat in my eye. Yo, give it up.
我手心挥出去，已经到底不喊停。命运我们决定。
Okay, so he's going back to back with this guy.
让世界听到奇迹的声音。We will never stop, we will never fall. No matter the scars, we are standing tall. 梦想没外挂，没特效，只有眼神不愿投降的骄傲。Skibbity, no, we can skip a beat. So skibbity, we will not skip a beat. No skibbity, we won't skip a beat.
Yeah, bro, that's really Jackie Chan. That ain't no AI.
We won't skip a beat. Skibbity, no, we can skip a beat. 拍板一拍就 action. Because we drop the beat. 世界不等你，摔进玻璃没人踢，用身体靠自己，不管多痛笑嘻嘻，拍拍肩。
Bro, I love that he's literally singing. The lyrics are about Jackie Chan. I am 1000% sure that he was like, whatever you write, make sure it's about me. Like, this is all me. He's talking about no stunt doubles. We all know that Jackie Chan didn't have it. This is all Jackie. What the fuck is Skibbity though?
Skibbity, we won't skip a beat. Oh no, skibbity, we won't skip a beat. Skibbity, no, we can skip a beat. 拍板一拍就 action. Because we drop the beat. 世界不等你。We will never stop, we will never fall. No matter the scars. standing tall。梦想没外挂，没特效，只有伤疤是我活着的骄傲。Skippity no we can skip a beat, so skippity we will not skip a beat. No skippity we won't skip a beat. Oh no skippity we won't skip a beat. Skippity no we can skip a beat. 拍板一拍就 action, cause we drop the beat.
I feel like I'm living in a fever dream right now.
Skippity no we can skip a beat. So skippity we will not skip a beat. Oh no skippity we won't skip a beat. Oh no skippity we won't skip a beat. You ready? Skippity no we can skip a beat. No skippity no because we drop the beat.
Good for him. That's Oppa right there. That's Grandpa. That's Grandpa Jackie now. He is living in his grandpa era. He's living in his grandpa era, and he's dressed like a grandpa. He's acting like a grandpa. Shouts out to him. He is a grandpa. I mean, it was exactly what I thought. To be honest, yeah, he's still moving all right. I mean, how old is he? Got to be in his 70s, right? Jackie Chan, man, one of the greatest stuntmen of our time, for sure. People talk about Tom Cruise. Go watch some Jackie Chan movies and get educated. All right, guys, I love you to death. Thank you so much for all of the donations. Thank you so much for the memberships. Glenzer, I appreciate you guys to death. I will catch you guys on Tuesday doing it live. Later today, I'll be uploading that episode 5. So if you guys haven't watched it on members, please watch it now. I'll be uploading it later tonight, episode 5 Star Wars. Hopefully we get more reactions coming very, very soon. If you guys are on Patreon, tomorrow I'll be doing, I'll be posting, actually later today, I'll be posting about getting your top 3 picks in for October. We'll be doing another wheel spin. Getting ready for the spooky season, guys. I'll catch you later. Y'all be great. Keep watching my videos too on the main channel. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.